Hey everyone, it's Candace, the nurse practitioner with 360 Wellness. I wanted to go over how to create a recipe in MyFitnessPal. So this is very, very important. If you're just trying to be super basic and log individual ingredients such as ham and bread, let's say, that's very simple. You can scan the label, you can search it. But what if you're going to make complex things like a chili or like taco meat or like a gumbo or something like that? You can't just search gumbo in MyFitnessPal and then know what in the world we're talking about. We live in South Louisiana. We come up with some crazy concoctions of how to make a gumbo. So we need to get as accurate as possible. So I will teach you how to properly log a recipe in MyFitnessPal and then determine serving sizes. So if you want to be very, very basic, let's say you're baking a casserole and you're baking 6 servings of it. That'll be super easy. You log the recipe in, you divide it by 6 for every serving size you take, right? But what if, let's say your husband eats a little bit more than you do, or your wife eats a little bit less than you do, or you want a serving and a half or a serving and 3/4. Oh my goodness, that gets way too complicated. That's too much math for me. I want to keep it very, very simple. So I want you to be able to scoop the casserole dish or scoop a little bit of chili from the bowl, and we can weigh it out in grams, and that'll get very, very specific. So you don't have to stress about, well, is this square the same size as the other one? So is this 20 calories more than the other serving? Whoa, it's way too much stress to have to worry about. So let's figure it out per gram to where you can just quickly scoop a little scoop, weigh it out in grams, and say, okay, this is my nutritional facts for this. It's 100% accurate, and you don't have, well, not 100%, nothing's ever 100%, but you don't have to stress about the fine details and doing the math. It's just going to be right there for you. So this is a quick way. You can download the MyFitnessPal on your iPhone, on your Android device, on your computer. You can download it on iPad, anything like that, and you can quickly log all of this. If you have the app on your iPhone, you can use the scan function to scan ingredients in, or you can always search it as well. So I will walk you through this on my personal phone of how to log taco meat. So let's cover how to create a recipe in MyFitnessPal. So if you go to your MyFitnessPal app, this should be your home screen that pops up. If you look at the top under your nutrients remaining, if you pay for a premium account, which I believe is about $10 a month, you can set your target as your macronutrients. So you can see I have carbs, fat, and protein, as well as my calories for the rest of the day. So if you click that, you can see all your meals that you have logged for the day, and then it summarizes how many carbs, fat, and protein you have remaining. So remember, for our goals, we want to be plus or minus 5 grams of carbs, plus or minus 2 of fat, and plus or minus 5 of protein. And then your calories, I don't want you to stress about your calories, because if your protein, carbs, and fat all add up, then your calories will add up kind of on their own, because remember, each carb, fat, and protein has its own caloric value. So to create that recipe in MyFitnessPal, you'll click More at the bottom right-hand corner. Then you'll click on My Meals, Recipes, and Foods. Then we'll click Create a Recipe at the bottom. You can either add from the web or enter ingredients manually. For the purposes of this video, we'll do enter ingredients manually. We'll create taco meat, and we'll do it very, very simple just so we can stay easy with this video. So the title, I'll name it taco meat. And then I always put the date for a quick reference later on to where you know what day you created it, because you might have different versions throughout the month. So you want to make sure you're referencing the correct one. Serving size, we'll put the number 1 for now. And then we'll click the little right arrow at the top to proceed to the next screen. So we'll click Add Ingredients now. So we'll search for extra lean ground beef, and we want to weigh this in grams. So we can click one of them. We'll change the serving size to 1 gram. And then I will weigh out my raw ground beef on the food scale, and I'll put my number of servings. So let's keep it easy, and let's just say it weighs 100 grams, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in my pan and start cooking my taco meat. My next ingredient, let's say, is gonna be taco seasoning. Now this isn't how I cook all my taco meat, so I'm just trying to keep it easy for you. So El Paso taco seasoning mix. There we go. So if you click on serving sizes, we're going to weigh it in, well, let's do it in grams. So let's find one with grams. We'll do it this way instead. This is a little packet, so 1 container. So we'll do the whole packet of taco meat. Otherwise, you can create one because it looks like it doesn't have one. You'll create an ingredient for grams of taco seasoning. I will show you how to do that after. You can click the little check in the right upper hand screen, and then you will go right with the arrow again. So now you have all your ingredients in. They were all measured raw, and you're cooking them currently. Whenever that recipe's done, you're going to weigh all the food in that bowl. So you're going to weigh all that taco meat, and that weight in grams is going to be your serving size. So let's say all of that weighed 200 grams. You're going to put that into your serving sizes right here as the number 200. And then you can click save, or you can click save and log it. So let's click save and log it. So whenever you click save and log it, this will pop up. So now whenever you go to scoop your taco meat out of the container, then you'll know exactly how much serving size is based off of your grams. So let's say I want to make a taco and I want to put 50 grams of meat in there. I'm going to change this to the number 50. And then you can see my macronutrients changing. So my protein, carbs, and fat changing as I change my serving size. So if I want a little more meat in my taco, I will increase it to 100, or I'll increase it to 200, whatever number that magic number might be, until I hit my protein, carb, and fat goal that I would like to receive. Make sure, because this is in fractions or decimal, make sure you hit decimal to be able to customize that number like that. And then if you click the little check mark at the upper right hand screen, it'll save it. You can also determine what meal you want to log it for. So I saved it right here. So I have my protein, carbs, fat, and my total calorie goal. So this is all the nutritional facts for a custom recipe that you created.